Quant is now retracing back to $83. We need to see this held to see continuation, to actually see if this head and shoulders, this inverse head and shoulders, is truly going to play out. Of course, if we're losing $83, as we've said many times on the channel, we're coming back to in and around 60s, where we see this this double bottom over here, neckline not being retested once we broke above. So going forward, that is where this potential head and shoulders, which we haven't spoken about just yet, shoulder, head, shoulder, could be forming. And so if we were to actually lose this neckline, and I am actually seeing this head and shoulders on other coins like VeChain, for example, and on VeChain, for example, but it could be on some other alts I haven't checked just yet. But if this were to validate, of course, it's coming back down to here. We already had this technical target in this area. Why? Because we were speaking about this potential M pattern anyway. It's just giving, it just didn't break out down here. It's gone up one more time and it's creating this right shoulder. So going forward, if we do lose, the specific point is $87, but we have a wick down at 83. So I'd rather give you $83 as the level, that if we lose 83 as support, then we know we're actually going to validate this target back down to this double bottom neckline in and around $63. I just need to get rid of this chart. But of course, if we're holding $83 and not closing below it on the daily time frame, it's going to give us another opportunity to head towards resistance in and around, I think it was around $120. Let's just confirm that for you. So yeah, in and around about $120. If we can break above 120, we will start to head towards this key resistance, the bear market resistance. I was able to give you back in December, saying if we do lose this, expect this downturn, which happened. Now I'm seeing this much larger time frame. It's taking the whole bear market to create this bullish pattern. That makes sense, because when you hit a bearish target and you complete the pattern's target, usually form a pattern in the opposite direction. So if this were to come true, this is the pattern to do so. The inverse head and shoulders taking us back to $400, and yeah, we need to break above 120 to validate it, but there will be a big key resistance afterwards, which is in between $130 to $150. We want to see 150 reclaimed, and then we unfortunately have this previous head and shoulders pattern. You can actually see that this inverse head and shoulders pattern is looking a lot more clearer than this head and shoulders, which I was able to give you. So yeah, going forward, again, just like I was saying back here, we need to lose the neckline to actually validate this. Which happened, you confirmed it as resistance, and that's why we saw the continuation to the actual target in around 70s to 50s. And then now we're creating this, and to keep this right shoulder valid to actually break out, because again, it's not a valid pattern yet, you're just potentially forming the pattern. If you want to keep this potential pattern, then you need to hold 83. Otherwise, you're coming back down to around 60, 63. And if that's not holding, if the golden box is not holding, that's basically saying the reversal wave is created. You should basically come back to the 1 fib level, and then you should go down to one of these targets in around $26 to $16. However, there is a key, and however, if we do lose this is what we should anticipate. But there is key support at the 786 between $45 and $50. This psychological level of $50 if you want a pinpoint level, but it does go down. We have a wick down below in and around 46. So if we were to go down there and hold that and bounce back above 50, you know why? Because it was also it's like an area of support, not a specific line. If you want a line, 50, because it's a psychological level. Other than that, if we're remaining above 83, again, we should see this upside. Lose it, we should see this downside. You know the levels where you can find support, the golden pocket to continue up. Once this wave down finishes, we actually do start pumping up. I can give you some bullish targets, but for some more specific ones, before the moment, all I can really say is hold above 83. We should come to attack 120. And if we're closing above that, you validate this pattern's target to 400. However, we do have some key resistance at 130 to 150, as well as around $200, a nice psychological level. Other than that, that's it for today's update. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's smash 100 likes. Subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 5K as soon as we can. And if you're interested in the course, if you don't have too much time, time, then do the video course. If you've got time that you can give up and spend 1 month, 2 months learning with me, I do have the mentorship package all over on my Twitter. Private message me there, Louis_crypto. Thank you guys.